up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
And we have three fantastic things to talk to you about today. They are comic books.
Yay!
And friendship, because we're all back together again.
Yeah.
It's been several weeks.
That
Secret
couldn't have
Invasion,
gone
Dark
worse.
Reign, number 1. Final Crisis, number 5. And The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, number 1. So let's kick it off with Secret Invasion, Dark Reign, number 1.
Man.
What do you guys think about this?
Could Namor be any more of a scumbag in that? Jesus, he's drawn with like a gold banana hammock and like a...
He's been eating a lot of fish.
Heroin, obviously.
Spending
he's on
that
heroin.
much time under the ocean, it wears away your hair.
It's true. It's not good for you. You ever get out of the
He
bathtub
looks
and everything's
so
all
shady.
everything's all pruned up?
I was not particularly into the end of Secret Invasion with the reveal of this villainous cabal.
Right.
This issue is supposed to make sense of it.
Yeah.
I don't think it really makes sense of it. I
Well-
mean, it explains it, but it...
Well, it shows you what happens, though it doesn't say why or really guide you at all where it's going.
It just doesn't seem why it's necessary. I mean, to spoil it for you guys almost completely, though you probably know by now, Norman Osborn is now in charge of everything in the Marvel Universe and is making a deal with Doctor Doom, Emma Frost, Namor, the Hood, and...
Sexy Loki.
And
Sexy
Lady
Loki.
and basically says to them, keep doing what you're doing, guys, and you're all good, and then I'm going to ask you for some stuff. It just...
It's like the Mafia. You roll in favor.
And it read like an episode of Twin Peaks, like where it was like they're in a room, like these strange people are like.
There was
we're
no,
friends.
shorter person walking backwards and talking backwards, though.
And what kills me, it practically was the way some things happen. What kills me is the moment when Norman Osborn opens a door and there's a shadowy figure in there, like, why are we gonna do this? Because of this person, and they don't know who it is, so now we gotta be like, who is it that all these people are scared of? Like, why would Loki be scared of some person?
Yeah, exactly.
Loki Joe Quesada's there eating a hamburger, being like, what?
What? I'll race you.
Yeah, I don't care.
I did like the moment with Doctor Doom and Namor at the end. I thought that was very interesting.
I agree with that, and that was very much Bendis being aware as a writer that this idea makes no sense.
Yeah, why like you said?
At the end, Namor and Doctor Doom were like, so when this doesn't work out, we're back to normal, right? And they're like, yes, we are.
And
Yes,
apparently
we are.
normal is like, I own the land, you own the sea. Later, bros. Check you on the rebound.
And also, what was up with the repeated scenes of Emma Frost having a dream about Kitty Pryde? That was the beginning of the
That's
end.
again, I hate when they repeat things.
Here's
like,
why.
I enjoy it. The first time, fine, you're setting something up, great. The second time,
I think they're setting her up as the good guy of the group, as the
Yeah,
protagonist that we're
because she
supposed
is
to follow.
a good guy.
No, she's not.
Here's
She's
the
a
thing.
cold bitch.
No, you don't like that because you have a problem with women.
She
That's
is.
not
She's
true.
Dressed very
It's
well, so
not
I would have
true.
to imagine she is a cold
She's a freezing cold woman. Yeah.
Oh, put on some clothes.
She's
That's Scott Summers.
Wow.
That's a
I
great impression.
hear the voices of the comic book characters very interestingly in my head.
Klaus Summers.
I'm Wolverine. I'm the best near using what I do.
That's
Wow.
beautiful. Wow.
Wow.
You're ruining comics for him.
Cool. Would you guys say pick it up?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it's well written, and I like that he's using continuity and information well. And it is where the Marvel Universe
It's.
is going.
We already told you what the status quo is, so I don't
The
think
art
we're
was
picking it
kind
up.
of for me.
Yeah.
I love that Alex Maleev. This
Alex
is not his
Maleev.
strongest work. Let's move on and talk about Final Crisis number 5. We've been very back about this series, not even fourth, I think.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think about this issue?
Same thing, like, nice moments, but again, the story is so scattershot. This is like the opposite of Secret Invasion for me. Secret Invasion was so slow, plotting, and you knew what was happening before it was happening. This is the opposite. You're like, what? What? Okay, that was cool, Rubik's Cube. That's such a cool idea.
You like
But why? Why all this?
I agree with the Rubik's Cube movement. That was kind of cool. I still can't figure out what the point of the series is or what it's getting towards.
No, the point is that, like a Rubik's Cube, it's really hard. But then you develop a pattern and it all becomes clear.
That's actually pretty
Yes.
astute.
No,
That's
you're
very
absolutely
astute.
right. And I think the same thing is going on that we've been talking about in the previous issues, that Morrison is writing for the scenes between the scenes.
Yeah.
All of the action happens off panel, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. A lot of you have been commenting below and saying,
Thank you,
what are... That's not what I was going to do. A lot of you,
Moving on.
And that's awesome. Good night. A lot of you have been commenting and saying, we're crazy for not liking this. It makes perfect sense. So, totally honestly, this is not even a challenge. I'm not trying to be a dick about this. explain it to us.
Yeah.
Because I have a big idea of what's going on. Darkseid is taking over the world with the anti-life equation. Darkseid is a new god, etc. But I mean, literally, the connection of the action does not make sense.
Like, especially in this issue, the first 4 or 5 pages are all about Green Lanterns, who haven't been really even part of this whole thing. And then they're like, something bad's going on Earth. We gotta do something about it. And it's like, it's so separate from everything else. And I like, the feeling of the issue is great. I like, humanity's going down, let's get together and fight this. Reading Final Crisis Revelations, which was great. It finally is explaining some backstory. But the way, the story's so all over the place that it's gonna take a long time to actually put it together.
I'm trying
like
really hard to like this series because there is so much that is so interesting about it. But I just don't think it's coming together at all. It feels like
I'd probably read better in
pieces.
a trade.
I don't think so. I think it's important to read this in single issues and pick it up that way to support the comic book industry.
Yeah!
That's
No.
It's
I'm making
like,
fun of it.
Oh, man.
whenever you win, it means
For a
one of
second,
us
I
is
really
mocking.
thought it was...
Cool.
Here's
What
the-
you guys say? Pick it up.
Maybe it'll read
No.
better backwards.
Don't ever read it.
Good point. All right, let's move on and talk about Wonderful Wizard of Oz, #1 by our friend Eric Schanauer,
Yes.
and also L. Frank Baum, with art by Scotty Young.
Very uncredited.
Yeah, adapted from the book.
The art is just so...
I've never heard of this wizard.
The art is just so amazing that it's one of those comics where you can literally just look through it and not read anything and really just enjoy the fact of how amazing the art is.
Sounds like a Punisher comic book.
No.
No, I agree with you. In particular, I had to read this because I don't get it wrong anyway, but Jean-Francois Boulet, who did the colors in here, glorious, beautiful,
It's unbelievable.
absolutely amazing.
The sunset at
watercolor.
the end
yeah.
is
It
wonderful.
makes Scotty Young's pencils even that much better. It's so unique and so interesting.
It takes the storybook and bends it enough so it's very modern, very comic booky. I will say, to your point, I actually think it would be better without any words. If you removed all the, because we know the story, and to be reading the story and reading the dialogue, it slows it down. You're like, I already know this, I already know this. To see the pictures and it told without words would be
Here's
fantastic
why
to
I
me.
disagree with you on that.
Impossible.
This is telling the actual original story from the book and not the movie story.
Right.
And most people know the story, but they don't know the book story. They know the movie story. So they think it's Ruby Slippers. They don't know it's Silver.
Well, that's a very small difference.
There are little things there.
So-
And I'm sure
They
there'll
are
be more when we get to
Two-
issue 8. By the time we get to issue 8.
Two things I want to say about this is when you open it up, start Pink Floyd The Wall and just slowly go through it. You'll
Put it on
understand.
real slow though.
But-
Otherwise it'll
Yeah,
finish
and this
before
is the
you
joy of reading things in the monthly format, is that 1/8 through Pink Floyd The Wall, you just stop it for a month,
And
and
then
then you come back, and it'll
Yeah.
sync up perfectly.
Thank you, Alice. Exactly my point.
Yeah.
No, but the second thing I want to say is doing something that is so loved and well known is dangerous because it is so close to people's hearts that when you come out with something like that, it's really scrutinized. But I think this does such an amazing job with the art and the storytelling and taking it someplace maybe a little newer, a little fresher, but definitely a little differenter. Yeah, I've been drinking.
That's
But true. Yeah, a lot before this. Anyways, but my point is that it takes it to such a great place that you don't mind or you don't really compare it. You're just so in this world.
And you guys should know that our show actually syncs up with the second Blink-182 album. So you can play at the beginning of our show.
Wow.
And it just all syncs
Wow.
right up.
You
It
guys,
sucks
if you're
from
not
start to
listening
finish.
to all the small things right now, definitely.
You guys are Blink fans, am I right?
Oh
I
man.
don't know if that's on the second album. If you guys have a question for us, you can write us at thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. You can post your comments below, upload a video response. Check out our blog at popcultureshock.com/cbclub. And if you're ever in New York,
You should come visit us on a Tuesday, 8 o'clock at the Pit. Also subscribe.
Is Blink-182 a cool reference?
No.
no,
The
it's
camera's still going?
actually, to be fair, it's the opposite of a cool reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, that's where I live.
Nice.